And hello there again, RosterWatch Nation. It's your friendly neighborhood trash man. And I have another rookie spotlight for you today. This time it is Dez Fitzpatrick of Louisville. 6'2", 202 pounds. Runs a 4.45, unofficial 4.45 40. Fitzpatrick is one of these guys who isn't great at any one thing, but he's really good at a lot of different things. He's really athletic and he's got a prototypical build. He was a 4-star recruit out of high school before going to Louisville. Got things off to a hot start with Lamar Jackson, as really anybody who was part of his offense would. Fitzpatrick had 699 yards and 9 touchdowns that year, his freshman year. But when Jackson left for the NFL, so did Fitzpatrick's production, at least for the next season. 2019 was better for him, but he never put together a breakout season at Louisville. As far as ball skills go, Fitzpatrick has plenty of them. He made a name for himself making these kind of Odell Beckham Jr.-esque circus catches that a lot of players would let get away. He didn't. He's smooth and elusive with the ball in his hands, though he does tend to go down on first contact way too often. Only 10% of his yards came after contact. Fortunately for him, he knows how to avoid it for the most part, especially at the top of his routes. He's got a quick first step. He knows how to get skinny. By that I mean like turning his shoulders in. Fitzpatrick, he gets separation pretty easily for a guy of his size. He's got really good head and shoulder fakes that oftentimes paralyze or deceive defenders, often to a surprising degree. And once he's past that defender, he uses his burst and vertical speed to break downfield. He's got an impressive 17.94 yards per reception. So that's evidence of that. But he does have some downside. As athletic as he is, Fitzpatrick didn't get much use as a blocker, which shouldn't come as too much of a surprise considering his lackluster yards after contact. And also, he was inconsistent in stretches at college, though he was the model of consistency at the Senior Bowl this year, regularly getting open at practices and being named Offensive Player of the Game with 6 catches and 90 yards on the day. And though normally he's a field stretcher, Fitzpatrick showed that he has a short and intermediate game as well at the Senior Bowl, as most of his catches were kind of this fare of a slot receiver. It seems that Fitzpatrick really can do it all. He's, like I said, he's not great at any one thing, but he's good at a lot of things. So you can use him in a lot of different roles. For fantasy outlook, Fitzpatrick looks like a third-day pick in the draft, but anything can happen when you're, a player of his size, his build, and as technical as he is. Wherever he ends up, though, Fitzpatrick will need a solid quarterback under center, as he tends to live and die by the play of whoever is the signal caller on his team. He'll need to keep up consistency like we saw at the Senior Bowl and not fall back into his inconsistent ways. As it is, he seems like the kind of guy who could have a 100-plus yard, 2-touchdown game one week and a 35-yard stinker the next. His potential is real, though, and I could see Fitzpatrick flourishing in the NFL. He's often forgotten until last weekend. He has been often forgotten in fantasy circles until, it's 2-3 weekends ago. So don't let him be forgotten in your dynasty drafts. That is Dez Fitzpatrick, formerly of the Louisville Cardinals. Anyway, go watch his tape. Tell us what you think about him. Hopefully there's something useful in his game that you can take to your dynasty draft with you. Anyway, that's it for the rookie spotlight. This has been the Trash Man on behalf of RosterWatch.com. Until next time, be ready.